So hello everyone, I am your host BlackOpsAmazing, and today we have an awesome video talking about Samantha in the Eisendrache, Shangri, Moon, and possibly the whole of the Black Ops 3 zombie storyline. I hope that you all enjoyed the video. If you do and you want to drop me a like rating, that'd be awesome. If not, it doesn't matter guys, you're all awesome. It's totally fine, but anyway, let's get straight into the content. So if you ask anyone who is controlling the zombies within Black Ops 3, I guarantee a lot of people will say Samantha. And you can see why. The zombies have yellow eyes, which usually would represent Samantha. We can also hear Samantha as the demonic announcer within zombies. And we know that the giant takes place just after Derice, or just after the part where Richtofen teleports Maxis and Samantha, where we know Samantha got teleported over to the moon, which is when she then accessed the MPD for her to control the zombies. So you can see why a lot of people would think, and including me, why Samantha is in control. But now since Der Eisendrache has come out, new questions are appearing. This idea about Samantha being in control doesn't really work anymore. The main reason is because we now see the MPD in Der Eisendrache towards the end of the Easter egg. A keeper teleports the MPD down to Der Eisendrache. We then see the MPD open and Samantha is not inside. In fact, what is inside is the keeper, which we know then gets corrupted and we have to fight, but that's not the point. We can clearly see inside of the MPD from the moon, Samantha is not there. And once again, that brought up the question for me and many other people, which is who is actually in control of these zombies? Samantha isn't in the MPD, yet we hear her when we pick up insta-kills, max ammos and stuff like that, which means she is the announcer. The zombies also have yellow eyes, which would simulate Samantha being in control, but yet we know she controlled the zombies from the MPD, and we see the MPD within Der Eisendrache and she isn't there. So who is controlling these zombies? And in fact, I don't even think our zombies characters know. Richtofen Nikolai Dempsey Takio, Richtofen quotes to himself. He says Samantha must be behind all of this, meaning Samantha is the one controlling the zombies. But then he contradicts himself and says, or is it someone else? I don't know. Showing that even Richtofen doesn't know now who is in control because of everything that has happened throughout our Black Ops 3 zombie storylines, us destroying universes, traveling through time and interdimensional convergences taking place. Our whole zombie storyline has got messed up. We know Samantha first took control in Derice after Richtofen teleported Samantha over to the moon and Maxis got teleported over to a tomb. We know when Samantha got teleported to the moon, she then became panicked and accidentally came in contact with the MPD, which led to her taking control of the zombies. We already know from the giant she got teleported over to the moon, but we never really got any confirmation as to whether she actually came in contact with the MPD once again, went inside of it and took control of the zombies. That part was never really made clear as to whether that happened in the giant. We know it did in Derice, but the giant takes place just after Richtofen managed to teleport Samantha. So maybe that small event of her coming into contact with the MPD never took place because our Origins characters turned up just after they got teleported. Or maybe it did happen, again it's not clear. But what is clear is Samantha is not in the MPD. Now also remember, Maxis got teleported over to a tomb. We don't know the location of it, but we do know of a place that kind of could represent where a tomb would be, and I'm sure you guys will catch on to it in just a second. But remember a while ago, Treyarch gave us this new moon loading screen. Within this new moon loading screen, quite a few things were different to the original. If you compare this one on screen now to the original, which I will show you in just a second, on this new one that Treyarch gave us, Griffin Station is not on here. Griffin Station doesn't exist on the moon. This could be showing that Griffin Station gets destroyed, which is exactly what we do in Der Eisendrache, or maybe it's showing that it hasn't yet been constructed. But what we can also see is on the new one, there is 2 astronauts walking towards us, whereas on the old one, there are 4 of them walking away from us. And again, on the new one, Samantha's shadow is not cast over the moon. Instead, this time on the new one, Samantha's shadow is down in the bottom right corner, and it seems to be set over a different location. The background is orange, there are mountains and hills. That location doesn't look to be on the moon. And again, in the background, we can see a pyramid that is floating away, which is what we see on the old one as well. But the important thing is, Samantha, as stated, she is clearly not on the moon. Something I never noticed before is actually, if you take this image, cut it out, and place it onto one of our other zombie map loading screens, it fits in perfectly. In fact, it fits in with this section on the loading screen for Shangri. You can see Samantha's shadow is just cast up on the Shangri mountains. But that's not the only reference we've had to Shangri from Moon. In fact, if we go over to the old Moon loading screen, again, Shangri can be found down the bottom left corner. If you take that little scrap and place it once again into our Shangri-La loading screen, you can see it fits in. But what this new moon loading screen is showing us that Griffin Station no longer exists, and in fact Samantha is not on the moon, but she is at Shangri-La. One other thing I would like to point out is also remember this image that we got from Treyarch about the same time as when we got this new moon loading screen. We have this pyramid that says ancient astronauts beneath it. On this new moon loading screen, we have 2 astronauts instead of 4. Are these possibly the ancient astronauts? And also, is this pyramid you can see here the one floating in the background on the moon loading screen? Maybe you're saying, how did this pyramid get here? What is it? Well, again, if we go over to the Shangri-La loading screen, you can see there is a big tornado, a big whirlwind that seems to be sucking up these temples. And in fact, possibly are sucking them up to space. Is this temple that we can see floating in the moon loading screen the one that we can see getting sucked and blown away in the Shangri-La loading screen? I think that is very possible. But getting back to the main topic, Samantha is in fact on Shangri-La, not moon. What she is doing here, we don't know. But also remember earlier I said that Maxis got teleported to a tomb. Shangri-La is the map I would go to straight away if anyone told me about a tomb within zombies. This map is filled with tombs and temples, and it is very possible that Maxis got teleported over to here when Richtofen teleported them in the Giant. If Maxis is here and Samantha is here, then it is very possible for them to meet up. But why Shangri-La? Now, there were many rumors going around a long time ago that this map takes place on Mars. I think by now we all know that it doesn't. It actually takes place somewhere in the Himalayas in Asia, down on Earth. And yes, although there are many strange things going on here, including if you take a look at the crop circle we have in the middle, that is very similar to the Black Sun logo, which is something that we now refer to the Apothecans or the Keepers. What is Shangri-La? Shangri-La has always been this mysterious place. Not many people actually know about it. And in fact, if you guys would like me to go more into the story and the maps from Black Ops 1, because I know a lot of people actually don't know too much about the Black Ops 1 maps, then I would be very happy to do that if you let me know in the comment section below. But Shangri-La, I believe, is a Group 935 research area, just like many of the other places we go to. The Giant, the Eyes of Drache, Kino de Toten. I also believe that Shangri-La is another Group 935 research area, but it is different. One of the main reasons is because all around this map we can see meteor rocks of element 115. They are being excavated out of the walls, out of the ground. Group 935, we know they do build their research stations, their labs on sites of element 115, and this is exactly the same. But this place is different to any of their other research areas, because I believe Shangri-La is a fictional reality. It was constructed by Group 935 to be a fictional reality. This place was built by Group 935 to mess with your imagination. It is a place to distract you from the other things that Group 935 are trying to do. Fictional reality meaning, and it's very hard to explain, but just imagine something that doesn't exist, but in your mind, in your imagination, it does. In fact, a very long time ago, Treyarch tweeted something like, the Shangri-La mountains are the best kept secret in zombies, or something like that, which I think was them trying to take our focus away from what actually was happening within Shangri-La. Really, there are many secrets about this map, and there are many things going on. But why exactly Samantha and possibly also Maxis are here, again, we don't know. And how Samantha is still the announcer of the zombies, but is not in the MPD, again, we don't know. Are Treyarch possibly taking that tweet that they said many years ago, that the Shangri-La mountains are the best kept secret in zombies? Is that referring to this image of Samantha? In the background, it almost looks like she is standing or is located next to the Shangri-La mountains. Is that going to be important later on in our zombie storyline? Is something happening with these mountains? Are these mountains there to distract us? And as I said earlier, this I think is a fictional reality. So are the mountains there to make us think we are in maybe Asia or a different location, and make us think that Shangri-La is in, as stated, in the Himalayas, when really it isn't? Are these mountains hiding something? Maybe the tomb where Maxis was teleported to, and possibly holds a location as to where Samantha is. Hopefully we do find out more, because this map is very, very interesting. We have the story about Brock, these two characters that came over to Shangri-La, started discovering things, and actually I guess you could say started to do the Shangri-La Easter egg for themselves, messing around with the focusing stone, and we know eventually they both died. And is it possible that Brock and Gary are the Shrieker and Napalm zombie? Are they representing the Shrieker and the Napalm zombie? We know in Shangri-La we have these 2 new zombies that Treyarch brought in. Usually they only ever really bring in 1 new zombie boss, but this time it was these 2. Are they Brock and Gary that died in Shangri-La, messing around with the focusing stone and trying to complete our Easter egg and trying to discover the secrets of Shangri-La? We know they were there to try to prove the existence of our Gotham, Samantha. And in fact, a little bit of background about Brock and Gary. Brock is an explorer who found Shangri along with Gary, who works with him. He was trying to prove the existence of Argotha, and during our time there, our players must help him to escape Shangri. Over the course of the escape, Brock recognizes that the temple wasn't made by ancient civilization, but was built by people of the modern era, which is Group 935, mainly Richtof. After finding the altar holding the focusing stone, Brock attempted to remove it, but he was teleported along with Gary back to the very beginning, where they found the temple. Thus, they are put into an infinite time loop. On the other hand, with Gary, if we don't attempt to help him with the Easter egg, we know Gary will die of an unknown cause, whereas if we do help him, then again he will get stuck in the same time loop as Brock. There are so many interesting things going on, especially with Group 935 and all of the secrets we have at Shangri, and now we have this image of Samantha's shadow cast over the mountains, and possibly Maxis in the same location as her. Is this where them two are going to meet, or are we going to hear more about this map within the future? I definitely hope we are, but hopefully you've enjoyed the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. So there we go, Samantha is in fact in Shangri, not Moon, but there are many questions that are still unanswered. If you guys know, let me know your ideas in the comment section below. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video. As always, if you have and you want to drop me a like rating, that'd be awesome. If not, it's totally fine, guys. I appreciate you tuning in to watch my content anyway. If you have enjoyed the video, I would recommend you hit that subscribe button. That'll just send you out a little notification every time I upload a video. Again, it's free, but if not, it doesn't matter. Thank you for watching, guys. I have been BlackOpsAmazing. I will try my best to reply to you all in the comment section below, and as always, I will see you in the next video. And by the way, I was first, so before anyone puts that in the comments, thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye.